Welcome, Aries rising, to your August astrology. I'm Cosmic Girl. Glad you're here and trust you're doing well. So, we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about planets and transits and the lunations of the month and what it all means for you as an Aries rising sign. And we're going to open up the video focusing on your chart ruler Mars and Mars's transit and what's happening throughout the month of August for you and your avatar Mars. Okay, so opening up the month, and Mars is winding up its transit in Virgo in your natal sixth house. And on the 6th of August, will ingress into your natal seventh house of Libra. Okay, so up until the 6th, you've got Mars winding up its transit in the natal sixth house. So selfless service, services, your health, injuries, and your work. Now, Mars in Virgo is a really good placement for your chart ruler, but Mars in the natal sixth house can be a place where your chart ruler really enjoys getting down to brass tacks with details and finality regarding anything to do with correspondence, communication, or work, and getting things just right. But this natal sixth house can be a little self sacrificing, for better words, and Mars in the natal sixth of Virgo may have had you feeling in the last 6 weeks a bit in and out, not fully committed, wanting to drop some dead wood. And if that is the case, then whatever you've let go of, Aries rising sign, or considering letting go of or finishing, then it will probably serve you if you're in that frame of mind anyway. What doesn't work for you on the daily is becoming super, super loud, and you're winding that transit up now. So that's quite good, and getting on top of anything that is fastidious and time consuming. You'll be able to see the forest for the trees on how your daily life is running, if it benefits you, or how you can improve it with this transit of Mars in Virgo. But quickly moves on into your natal seventh house of Libra. And now we're going to get into the planets and transits. So that's your focus point. Is whenever you hear Mars, you stop and you go, oh, something's happening with my chart ruler, because that's your primary focus when you're listening to planets in transits. Okay, let's get into the planets in transits and the lunations for the month of August. For you, Aries rising signs, I think you're in for a really good month. Okay, Jupiter and Venus are cruising in Cancer in your natal fourth house until the 25th. 25th Venus will move on. But up until then, you've got the two benefics working in your natal fourth house of home, family, domestic life, real estate, property, parents, parenting, how you parent yourself. So emotionally nurturing yourself, making sure you've got your creature comforts, making sure the family is okay, being concerned about private time, downtime. What is in your environment when you come home from work, and what is pleasant to be around? What fills you up? Have you got nice bedding? Do you have nice artwork? Do you have nutritious food? Do you have support in a loving, compassionate way? Jupiter and Venus cruising here in your natal fourth house to the 25th will have you focused on creature comforts, supporting yourself, feeling really quite intuitive. So you can have a lot of intuitive dreams with this transit with Jupiter and Venus. But this is a beneficial transit in as much as there's life at home, there's life to be enjoyed at home. So get creative in the home life, start artistic endeavors, paint, cook, clean, get ready for bringing in new artwork or new furniture. Great transit to bring in more structure that really does fill your heart and soul. It's a beautiful transit. Enjoy it. It's happening until the 25th with two benefics working in your natal fourth house. Start again. Uranus is in Gemini in your natal third house, and for the whole month will be trining Saturn and Neptune in your natal first house. So Uranus is the disruptor, the awakener, the planet that can really provide a lot of liberation and freedom, but not without a lot of stirring the waters first. It's sort of like the karmic payoff with Uranus. We've got to get messy before we get what we want. That feels very liberating and freeing. So for the month, Uranus in Gemini, your natal third house of travel, education, siblings, extended family members, your community, your environment is going through a shift and a change in a beneficial way to you because it sextiles the natal first house and connected to Saturn and Neptune retrograde. So I like this transit for the month for you to think outside of your local community and go further, travel further. Take a day trip, get out of the normal environment when you need to get out of the house and you're really loving being in the house. You've also got to get out and enjoy the world at the same time. So Uranus will give you that urge to explore for the month as well, which will really serve you well. Breathe in some fresh air, go check out the diverse and many varieties in many different environments that can stimulate you. Maybe stimulate you in as much as helping the home or the family dynamic or your domestic life looks really good. This is good for purchasing a car, anything new electronics, learning something to do with your hands or your mind. Really good for education and learning and exploring. Great for the month with Uranus connecting nicely with Saturn and Neptune retrograde. Pluto is sextiling Saturn and Neptune retrograde as well. So this is great for social connections as you would like to engage at your own free will. It's good for like bringing in inspiration about the future. What do you want to start? New starts, new beginnings, new friends, new people, places, and faces that really get you intellectually engaged. So that's quite good for communicating more, working on the internet, working in community with people that are future thinkers. They're into esotericism or science or expansion in some way, and you can benefit from hooking up with people that are a bit unique and a little avant-garde for the month of August. So I like that as well for you. So your August is looking good astrology wise. On the first, Venus squares off with Neptune. This is like, I want to do what I want to do in the home. I don't really want to do anything. Thanks very much. I'm quite happy. So it's a lay low day on the first. Okay, so on the 6th, your chart ruler Mars now is on the move and ingressing into your natal 7th house of Libra until the 22nd of September. So let's talk about this transit before we get into the planetary alignments on that day, the aspects that Mars is making to other planets on the 6th. So Mars in Libra, your chart ruler is in Libra. This is a moment where you weigh things up. Are you ready to start and begin? Are you ready to change your identity? Are you ready to step into life with vavoom and inspiration? Are you ready to get into your health, get into your body? Well, this transit will have you in thinking mode on how you can improve yourself. And how do you improve yourself? Well, you usually have a look at your environment and the people that surround you. Are they benefiting you or are they weighing you down? Do they block you or stop you? What about the relationships in your life, intimate or otherwise? Are they supportive? Are they fun? Do they intellectually tick your boxes? Are they fair and just? Or are they too vain and too interested in what everyone else thinks? This is a transit where from the 6th to the 22nd of September, you can go, yeah, no, I know what needs to go and I know who's staying. I'm pretty sure I can connect with different people, places, and faces that can really help me develop more agency for myself and what I want to start. So this is like connecting with people to help you with business ideas or new health regimes. I can see Aries risings getting into the gym, starting a new collaboration that is inspiring and really can feed your intellectual soul by bouncing ideas off you. It's a beautiful transit. It may be very different from what you're hearing from other astrologers out there, but I think Mars and Libra is when you're really weighing up the pros and cons, like, Libra debate, what's working, what's not, what juice is worth the squeeze and how are my relationships benefiting me in moving forward and being empowered in my identity, my body, myself, my health. So this is a beneficial transit where you might be connecting with people that can help you get over the line, but you'll also be able to really see the forest with the trees on those one-on-one connections that you have that are siphoning and draining your energy, or possibly being, like I said, a little bit too vain, or oh, that's not completely perfect, or maybe you should consider this. This is about running your own race and knowing what's good for you and matching up with people that are on your own frequency and vibration to inspire you to keep going. So I really think this is quite a beneficial transit for you. Okay. So let's talk about the connections that Mars is making with other planets, other aspects. So on the 6th, Mars is trining Uranus. This is a yes moment day. Like Mars trining Uranus is like, that's the plan. I'm going to get into that community project. I'm going to get that car. I'm going to travel there. I'm going to match up with people that are on my same way of thinking. They're forward moving people, and there's something in the community or with travel and education that really gets a fire under your feet on the 6th, and it's all systems. Cosmic green lights are on to go on the 6th of August. So good for you. I think Aries risings are in for a fabulous month. And we also have Mars standing off with Saturn and Neptune in the natal first house. So this is where it can get a little bit, academic-y and nuanced and a little bit extravagant here. Saturn is exalted in Libra, where your chart ruler is in the seventh house. Mars is the ruler of the first house. So Saturn's being ruled by Mars. So there's mutual reception going on here. So on the 6th, when you've got all systems ready to go, this is like no doubt day. There's absolutely no confusion at all about what your agenda is, and that's starting something new on the daily that is uplifting, inspiring, and fun and exciting, and really gets like that fire under your feet, that passion back in your heart on the 6th. It just looks like a brilliant astrological day. So Mars in Libra from the 6th to the 22nd, it's like, yeah, well, who's going to get me over the line? Who inspires me? Who gets me going? And who freaking drags my chain? And maybe we need to talk things out or discuss things about, you're blocking me and this is how you are. This isn't fair. This isn't just. So you'll be really aware of balance here for just like six weeks. It's really, really beneficial for you. But Mars in Libra, this whole transit, because he is your chart ruler, is important. And what's important is to not lose yourself in other people. Having a healthy balance is key. You've got to be able to do what inspires you still while having relationships. Mars in Libra, this is a part of the natal chart, the 7th house, where we can end things that are laborious, that we've been weighing up for too long, and we finally go, nah, we're out. I think Mars in the 6th of Virgo's transit might have really been really loud for you. And when you get into the natal 7th house, it's like, I want to end that. I'm done with that. So you might be really ending like contracts and agreements and services and work habits and things to do with illness and things that are just laborious. When Mars is in the 7th, it's like, I'm done with that. I'm ready to have fun. I want to enjoy life. I want to enjoy the pleasures of this life. And that means me just keeping on inspiring myself and knocking shoulders with people that are inspiring, they're just great to be around. They're intellectual, they're smart, they're savvy. It's a really beneficial transit, Aries rising signs. I think you're going to like it. Enjoy it. Mars transiting in Libra. On the 9th, we have our first lunation of the month. It's a full moon in Aquarius at 17 degrees in your natal 11th house of friends, groups, allies, benefactors, dreams, and goals. So your natal 11th house is lit up where there's a finality. There's an achievement. You see things for what they are, and it's a graduation point. So this is moving into new environments and really seeing the fruits of your labor about where you have been injecting a lot of time, effort, and energy in a group environment or with people. and or some part of society, or a dream or goal. It just seems like you're getting the fruits of your labor are going to be recognized kind of day on the 9th of August. Yeah, really beautiful full moon. And we've also got Mars trining Pluto retrograde on this day. So this sort of astrological aspect also indicates that you're really aware of who's your tribe, and the dreams and goals that you're going for are paying off, or where you can, on the 9th of August, make healthy decisions about, yeah, well, I need to move on now from that group. I need to move on from that friend. I need to move on from this community. I'm into something new. So it's a double-edged moment with the full moon, where it's like the end of something, but it's also the peak of something, where you see it for what it is. And I think it's quite beneficial. You got the ruler of the full moon, Saturn, in your natal first house of self, with Neptune retrograde here in a sextile to that 11th house. So I think it's easy for you to be very certain and even inspired on the 9th. With you get a yes, you get an achievement, a goal comes to fruition, a friend or a group endeavor is really starting to bear fruit. You can see the fruits of your labor, and you also have the potential to end things that are laborious or not inspiring, or they don't support your dreams and your goals. So it's a beautiful full moon. Enjoy it. Moving on to the 11th of August. This is a pretty big day astrologically. We've got Mercury going direct. We have Mercury sextiling Mars and Venus conjuncting Jupiter. Yeah, that's a big day on the 11th. Okay, so we know your focus now for six weeks is on your relationships house of Libra. You know, what gives you joy and pleasure? Where's the fun? Where's the people that inspire you to get going, keep moving? That is your focus, absolutely. We're not removing the significance of other planets and transits and alignments at all. But the 11th is a day where it can be absolutely off the charts magical for you. And I'm not exaggerating it, because I'm not one to embellish or animate astrology. There's plenty of astrologers that do that for us. The 11th is a stellar day. Okay, let's talk about why. Well, on the 11th, Mercury goes direct in Leo at 4 degrees in your natal fifth house of where you create joy, be that through intimacy, sex, children, artistic endeavors, things that really get your motor going. That's a natal fifth house. And it's Leo, so it's sports and the gym and performance and creativity and standing out from a crowd. So now that Mercury is direct, it's astrologically indicating for the Aries rising signs that it's enough of playing it small. And now that he's direct, like keeping things small and contained and lethargic and laborious and uninspiring just isn't going to cut it for Aries risings moving forward, which really benefits you because you're decisive about that's not fun, but this is. So Mercury's function is to keep you clear about what is magic in your life, what is intellectually inspiring in your life, travel, what it may be finances. Mercury is connected to finance. How do you creatively get inspired by finance? Like look at investment opportunities or invest in yourself, invest in something arty or sport or the gym or entertainment. Mercury's magical, and Mercury can help you create magic in the natal fifth house. It's a really, really beneficial transit for you. When he goes direct on the 11th of August, moving forward, So Mercury will be here all month of August and won't go into Virgo, your natal sixth house, until next month. So Mercury's not going anywhere. So you will really feel Mercury's urge to go, let's get inspired, let's create some magic, Aries rising sign. And that means movement and expansion and putting our money into places and environments that fill our soul. Really quite lovely. When Mercury does go direct on the 11th, it may bring up something from the 30th of June this year. It could be a conversation, an idea, or something financial. Well, now on the 11th, things start to loosen up, and now there can be decisions or correspondence to help you create that joy and pleasure that you so deserve, Aries rising sign. Really nice. We also have from the 11th to the 18th, Mars is connecting beautifully to your chart ruler, Mars. So for a week from the 11th to the 18th, it's on. This is like travel and communication about finance and inspiration with people and relationship, getting creative with others, really enjoying life. So from the 11th to the 18th, I think this is like a week of just lit energy. So really beautiful week coming up for you from the 11th to the 18th. So get in amongst life kind of transit. Really beautiful. Okay, and the last thing that happens on the 11th is Venus conjuncts Jupiter in Cancer in your natal fourth house at 13 degrees. This is big. Okay, Aries rising sign. I wonder if you're going to get an opportunity to travel or yeah, so I'm getting the green light for travel, a higher education opportunity or a teaching role. Uh, a teacher lands in your environment and you work with someone. It also indicates that you may start a new relationship with someone from a distance from you. This could be online or maybe even closer to home. This looks like a conjunction that's about like a secret new beginning, like a travel plan or a secret getaway or a new relationship with academia or learning something new about a new religion or something foreign to you. It's an inspiring moment when Venus and Jupiter get together in your natal fourth house of privacy. So you're just like a private moment of joy, like absolute joy on high octane. And just because Jupiter rules that natal ninth house of travel and expansion and growth and foreigners, foreign places, higher education, our religion, be it faith and like belief that yes, something can happen and come to fruition. It's a really beautiful moment when the two benefics connect in your natal fourth house or something that's just emotionally ticking your boxes. So if you get an opportunity to teach or a new teacher comes into your space or you get to um, create a new relationship with someone that's a little out of the box. They're different from you, they're foreign to you, or they're like well traveled or well versed, so they can go, look, this is how you can do this. It's an inspiring day on the 11th. All in all, your astrology for the month of August, Aries rising sign, is absolutely stellar. And on the 11th, I think it's becoming really, really obvious that your world's getting bigger, more joyful, emotionally supportive, and a lot of creativity and life is around you to be experienced at your own free will. Beautiful, beautiful day on the 11th. From the 12th to the 31st, we've got Uranus trining Pluto. Again, this is all let's go. Let's go and hang with friends. Let's go to a concert. Let's start new starts. Let's get inspired. What are we doing on the daily that keeps us engaged? I just see a lot of movement for Aries rising signs now, especially from the 12th to the 31st. I think things are going to get bigger and louder and more busier, and but in a very positive way. beautiful transit with outer planet Uranus connecting with Pluto. Just it's just go time from the 12th to the 31st. I really like that. On the 22nd, the Sun now leaves your natal fifth house of Leo and ingresses into Virgo, into your natal sixth house till September 22nd. So it's 4 weeks of Sun, which is the ruler of that natal fifth house of fun and joy. And let's just get creative. What are we creating that gives us life? And now the Sun is going into the natal sixth house of work, health, services, labor. So what's happening here for 4 weeks with the Sun in Virgo is you're so inspired, you're so ready to put life force into you, and what you create is so important and near and dear to you, and the optimism's so high that for 4 weeks you're in it. You're just all up in it. Like what you do on a daily is inspiring you. It's creative, it's optimistic, it gets you going. And in Virgo, it's about learning to harmonize with it and balance it. Well, what is it about this transit that's so important for the Aries rising signs is that you really are cutting away things that are just not your jam anymore. And the Sun in the sixth, this is all about creating things on the daily that are inspirational, exciting, getting into health, learning something, teaching something, moving more, evaluating your life. Virgo, evaluation time. Where's the harvest? What are you doing on the daily that really fills your soul? The Sun. It's a really nice transit for 4 weeks with the Sun in the natal sixth house of Virgo. Your chart ruler Mars spent so much time here. So for Aries rising signs, it won't be like really unclear or foggy or confusing on understanding now that you can see what you do on the daily, even if it benefits you or if it doesn't. When the Sun comes in, it's like, yeah, so now let's uplift this part of our chart. Let's get going. Let's get inspired. And it's really quite powerful. Enjoy it. The Sun in the natal six for 4 weeks. On the 23rd, we have a new moon in Virgo. It's conjunct a fixed star Regulus, which is the fixed star of fame, fortune, and power. Oh, wow. Beautiful. And this is a brand new beginning in that natal sixth house where the Sun is. So on the 23rd with a new moon, boy, oh boy, this is nothing to gloss over, this lunation. So new moons are like new beginnings with the body, new environments, how we nurture ourselves. The moon is the ruler of your fourth house, of things that give you security, emotional security, what you love in private, what really gets you going. Then that moon sextiling the fourth house from the sixth house on the 23rd, where Jupiter's exalted, giving you more than enough muse and optimism and inspiration to do things that you love that make you feel so safe and secure and all warm and fuzzy. So on the 23rd, with this new moon conjunct fixed star Regulus in your natal sixth house of Virgo, this is like stepping into a new you. Literally, this is great for having surgeries, health improvements, sprucing up your daily environment with your work, like bringing in new ideas or concepts on how your work can inspire you and create new things and new experiences that are uplifting because it's conjunct fixed star Regulus. So whatever's beginning here on the 23rd of August for you, if you get an offer that is like out of the blue, that can be almost, oh, bullshit, that's not going to happen, take it. Absolutely take it because it's conjunct fixed star Regulus. And this is the first of two new moons in Virgo. The next one is happening in September. And with the next new moon in Virgo next month, it's a solar eclipse. And this is where it's something is ripe for an intelligent breakthrough where you're just, yes, it's go time. And eclipses are parts of the astrology system that's about outward the old, inward the new. So looking a gift horse in the mouth on the 23rd about starting something that really lifts your spirit and soul may be a bit of a missed opportunity kind of new moon. But you don't need other people to give you opportunities. You can create them yourself by getting into new environments, connecting with the body, and putting yourself in new environments that aren't your usual. Like, work out what, who, where, and why gets you going and keeps you inspired to be your best self. This new moon, you can tap into that. Jupiter's in the moon sign, sextiling this sixth house. So there's something about movement and education or learning or being inspired to grow and go. And I really think it's quite a powerful new moon conjunct fixed star Regulus. This is like, honestly, astrologically stellar stuff. Really, I'm not animating it. It's brilliant. On the 24th, the next day, the sun squares off with Uranus. So the sun in Virgo, where it's just like, where's alive? Let's get going. Let's get cracking. And then it squares off with Uranus. And this is where it's about, don't go back to the old. Keep going forward to the new. Don't repeat things that you know are going to jar you and keep you blocked and stuck in a community or something to do with travel and education. You've got to move beyond that. So the 24th can be a day of, oh, am I doing the right thing? If it feels good, it's good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's a pretty basic mantra to go by. And on the 24th of August, simply drop into your instincts. On the 25th, we have Venus ingress into Leo into your natal fifth house, joining Mercury. And Venus will be in Leo until September 19. Oh, wow. I mean, Venus in Leo is all about valuing love and being seen and being artistic and beautiful and relationships that value her. What a transit, really, in your natal fifth house from the 25th to September 19th. This is why the astrology is so good for Aries rising signs. Venus and Leo in your natal fifth house. So what you create that gives you joy and inspiration is going to be a focus that's near and dear to your heart. And that means relationships that are on the same page with you or not. The fifth house with Venus now in Leo, sextiling your chart ruler Mars in Venus' sign of rulership, Libra in the seventh house, then it's easy to see who's got the goods and who is a dud kind of transit. It's really, really that simple. Venus in Leo wants to bring life to inspire you to bring that child back, that muse back, that where are you, Aries rising sun? What do you value? Let's go for it kind of transit. I absolutely love this for you. Venus in Leo in your natal fifth house from the 25th to September 19. There is nothing blocking or stopping Aries rising sign from living their bliss and starting new things that are inspirational, empowering, that improve the body, mind, spirit, and soul. There is nothing stopping you. The fifth house trines the first house. You got two personal planets, Mercury and Venus in the fifth, sextiling your chart ruler Mars in the seventh. This is all connections and flows. It's go time. There's nothing stopping you from living your bliss. If there is, then it's evaluation time. Who stays and who goes? What's your standards? Where you're keeping them small, where you're spreading yourself too thin or losing yourself in others, you'll be able to identify it and then move on. It's really quite good astrology for you. Okay, so let's talk about the 25th astrologically because Venus, when she ingresses into Leo, she's trining Saturn and retrograde Neptune in Aries in your natal first house. She's sextiling Uranus and she's opposed to Pluto. So, all in all, these alignments indicate you have to do you. That's the end of it. There's nothing, it's very simple. There's no more overcompensating and overstretching yourself. There's no more dilly-dallying around on your hopes and your dreams and aspirations and goals. You know what you want and what you love and what you value, and this is it. So the 25th is another day of, yes, I'm on the right track. I'm doing what I need to do. I effing love this astrology for Aries rising signs. You're coming into a part of the journey with Mars now in Libra of enjoyment and connection and inspiration, you're coming into that part of the journey now where Mars is going to the top of your natal chart, right? So Mars is now going to traverse through the 7th to the 8th to the 9th to the 10th, 11th, 12th, and then will land in your natal first house next year. So these transits moving forward, once Mars ingresses into your natal 7th house, Aries rising signs, this is where you are now going to be seen. The 1st to the 7th house is where it's subterranean. You don't see things. Oh, it's not public. But now your chart ruler in the natal 7th house is going in the top of your natal chart where you are going to be seen, where you're out in the public, you're out in amongst it kind of transit. So this is good astrology for it's go time, Aries rising sign, go time. Mars when it gets into Capricorn in your natal 10th house, I think that's December. December, January, I'm pretty sure. That will be when Mars is on top of its game, where it's about your career, your public name and identity, its achievements, it's anything that's of an official capacity or authority where you are the authority. So from now until December into January, the astrology is speaking, if you will, Mars is speaking to you and saying, it's time for you to get out there more and integrate and connect and move about, get social, enjoy life, get in amongst it, life be in it. Really, really positive, uplifting astrology moving forward. Now that Mars is at the top of your natal chart where you are going to be moving and shaking, for better words. Really lovely. So that's your astrology for August. It's great, really great. Feel free to leave any comments in the comments section below. If you want to work one-on-one with me, you can contact me at cosmicgirl101@protonmail.com. Till next time, Aries rising signs, enjoy August and stay cosmic.